Now, today, on Transgender Day of Remembrance, we grieve the 26 transgender Americans who were killed this year. Year after year, we see that these victims are disproportionately Black women and women of color. No one should face violence, live in fear, or be discriminated against simply for being themselves. As the president said, there's still more to do to meet the promise. And it's why this administration has taken urgent action to strengthen rights and protect the safety of transgender Americans and all LGBTQ+ Americans. As we mourn the loss of lives that have been taken too soon, we must also recommit ourselves to never stop fighting until all Americans can live free from the discrimination and also from hate.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
Thank you for that question.
This is literally a matter of life and death for so many young people. I don't have to tell you how hard it is for these kids, because many of you were these kids. You remember the sleepless nights, the tear in your heart when you first spoke your truth. Mom, I'm transgender. The faith leader who reminded you that we're all born and created in God's image. Your truth. This is our real moral obligation. These are not somebody else's children. They're all our children. The chosen family who filled the void when your biological family wasn't there.
You know, when we talk about our children, I know for this group, we all believe that when we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community. And in that way, we should all feel a direct sense of responsibility for their well-being.
We have never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
These children are the kite strings that lift our national ambitions aloft.
We're coming for them. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them.
If someone is going to love you, they need to love who you are.
I didn't want people to get to know who I really was because I was afraid of what they would say if they found out my truth.
You reach a moment where you get full clarity of who you are and how amazing you are and how fierce you are.
I wasn't going to be my authentic best without showing that to the world. Just genuinely happy.
There is a real power to owning the power of your identity.
Allow yourself the time to get to know yourself and not adhere to anybody's rules but your own.
Because that's something that's your journey and your story, and no one can take that from you.
In the words of St. Francis de Sales, be who you are and be that well.
It's pretty awesome.
With imagination, I can be anything I want.
A beautiful day in Morrison, Colorado as we get ready for the 6th annual Strong Woman Competition, a 2-day-long competition of tests built to push athletes to their very limits. Joining me now is the current champion of the Strong Woman Competition, Strong Woman. Miss Woman, do you feel ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, David. There are just so many amazing women athletes out here today. It makes me so proud.
Now, this is the first year that a trans woman is in the competition. How do you feel about that?
Amazing. I feel honored to be a part of history. I have a lot of incredible trans friends who are athletes, and so we're all inspired this woman's competing.
Uh-huh, and have you actually ever met Heather Swanson?
No, I've never competed against her before, no.
She's not exactly your average trans athlete.
Well, what is an average trans athlete? Honestly, I find that kind of bigoted, David.
Okay, Heather Swanson is actually joining us now. Miss Swanson, how does it feel to be competing today?
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman. Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
And is it correct you just started identifying as female 2 weeks ago?
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some Let me tell you something, Dingleberry.
David Perry.
I'm gonna roll up the other women here, and I'm gonna smoke them. I am the strongest woman this state has ever seen.
Any words for the challenger, Miss Woman?
Good luck, Heather.
Luck is for dudes.
Well, with that, let's get right to the action.
Nothing to the top, push it to the moon. Give it all you got, baby, break a switch. She's got
It's not like, you know, a kid wakes up one morning and says, you know, I decided I want to become a man, or I want to become a woman, or I want to change. I mean, what are they thinking about here?